You're watching KPRC 2 News.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Bill Barajas. Today marks 3 years since a teenage gunman walked into a fourth grade classroom in Uvalde and opened fire. That shooter claimed the lives of 19 innocent children and 2 teachers. The massacre at Robb Elementary became one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history. The delayed police response prompting outrage and sparking calls for increased security at school campuses. Survivors, loved ones, and community members gathered in Uvalde throughout the day today to pay tribute to those whose lives were taken. A group stood outside the school this afternoon for 77 minutes. The same length of time it took police to breach that classroom door and stop the rampage. They also held a balloon release, and tonight they had a candlelight prayer vigil to pray for victims and survivors alike. One student who was in the classroom that day but survived is Khloie Torres. Joy Addison spoke with Khloie the day after the shooting. She spoke with Chloe's family again today to see how they're doing now. It's an interview you'll see only on 2.
Well, Khloie herself wasn't able to join us for an update due to extreme ongoing grief and trauma from that event. But her sister-in-law did give us an update as she says the Torres family continues to urge increased school security on campuses.
Did Khloie ever go back to school?
She's tried to, but it's just hard, with everything that's happening. Yeah, it's just a little hard for her right now.
13-year-old Khloie Torres' life changed forever 3 years ago on May 24th, 2022. She says she and her classmates were watching a movie when the gunman opened her classroom door. Her teacher, Eva Morales, tried to close it, but Khloie says the gunman barged in. He was in her and the conjoined classroom next door for 77 minutes, shooting and killing 19 of her classmates and her 2 teachers. Khloie told me she pretended to be dead and called 911 over and over again when she could.
It could have been anyone. She was so brave in there.
Khloie's sister-in-law, Ruth Morales, lives with her and her parents. Ruth says the Torres family still isn't happy with what they call unfulfilled promises from the federal government and state of Texas when it comes to school safety, like more metal detectors in schools, more funding for mental health resources, and armed security on all school campuses. Khloie's older brother attends a high school in Uvalde. Ruth says she's noticed more safety protocols are still needed there.
More, police patrolling and kind of sitting at different exits, like at least one on each side of the school, and someone at the entrances and exits of the gates at all times, just to ensure that nobody can go through, in and out.
We can confirm that Alvin, Cleveland, Humble, Waller, and Texas City ISDs do have armed guards on all campuses in compliance with House Bill 3. Houston, Fort Bend, and Klein ISDs have armed guards on some campuses. Other districts sought exemptions to the rule due to funding. The Torres family urges all schools to continue making security upgrades for all campuses.
And I'm a little disappointed that they haven't gone more forward with all the school safety protocols. I feel like it's been long enough to have all that done already. Especially considering everything.
House Bill 3 became effective nearly 2 years ago in September of 2023. Reporting from the newsroom, Joy Addison, KPRC 2 News.